Hello everyone and welcome to episode 15 on how to make Five Nights at Freddy's 2 inside of Scratch. In today's episode we will be doing Freddy's AI and Bonnie's AI. So let's start off by making an empty sprite, and I'm going to call this Freddy AI. And let's go inside the code. So we need to run our save start game. We'll make a new variable called Freddy timer for this sprite only. We set Freddy timer to 0, and then here we need a forever wait 0.1 seconds, and then we change Freddy timer by 0.1. Let's grab another when_save start game, and then another forever wait until Freddy timer is greater than 3.02, and then we set a new variable called Freddy random for this sprite only, and then we set Freddy random to pick random 1 to 20. Then we need an if, an or, and two nots in either side, and then we need an equals in both of them. Now we set if Freddy AI is equal to Freddy random, and or Freddy AI is equal to, or sorry, this is meant to be greater than, is greater than Freddy random. And then we say if, and hold on, okay, this is wrong. So take this out. So we have the OR block. The OR block goes in here. Remove the knots from here and just keep them up here for now. This equals one here goes into the left side, and this one goes into the right. And then grab another if, and then we need an and block, and then we need two equal signs in the left side and the right side, and then put the knots. The knots go first, and then the equals go in there. Okay, that's right. So we grab the item of block, so we get item 4 of animatronics, and then this one's item 7 of animatronics, and if item 7 is an 07 or item 4 is an 07, then we broadcast a new message called Freddy move, and we broadcast another message called animatronic move. Now down here we're going to receive the Freddy move. So when I receive Freddy move, if else, if item 1 of, so item 3 of animatronics is in 08, we replace item 3 of animatronics with 07. Let's duplicate this, put it in the else. If it's in 07, it goes to 03. If it's in 03, it goes to office. If it's in office, it goes inside. And then afterwards we broadcast move into office. Okay, that's it for his AI. Let's create a jump scare. Make a new sprite, call it Freddy jump scare. Upload the costumes, so it's going to be in FNAF textures, jump scares, withered Freddy, and grab all of these files except for the last two, and then we're going to delete the first costume. Okay, so when flag clicked, we hide, and then when I receive Freddy, when you make a new message, Freddy jump scare, then we set the volume to 100, we set the size to 150, and then over here on the X, let's set this to 51 and the Y to 0. And then here we go to office, we show the sprite, and then we say if camera up is 1, then we broadcast camera animation close. And then here we need to do start sound. We need to upload a new sound. So FNAF 2 textures, FNAF 2 audio, and we need to go all the way down to the bottom, X Scream 2. So we start the sound, X Scream 2, we switch costume to 365, we repeat 10 times, go to front layer, and next costume, and go to office. And then we broadcast death screen. We set the volume to 0% and we hide. Okay, one last thing we have to do for Freddy. Let's go to the office sprite. And down here, we're at the bottom. Let's actually first upload some costumes. So for FNAF 2 textures, we need to go to the office, hallway, and we need 211. I'm going to call this F. Let's upload one more. Go back to the office. We need to go inside and upload 74, and we'll call this one F1. Okay, so we have our costumes now. Now we need a if else block, and then we can say if item 3 of animatronics is in the office, then we grab a repeat until item 3 of animatronics is inside. We switch costume to 000. We wait until key space is pressed, and then we need to start sound buzz light. We set the volume to 100 and we switch costume to F, and then we wait until not key space pressed, so we're not pressing it anymore. We set volume to 0 and we switch costume to 000. In the else, we use another if else in here, and we say first we need to set the volume to 100. Oh yeah, and grab this if item 3 of animatronics is inside. We set the volume to 100. We start sound static end 2. We set animatronic in room to 1. We switch costume to F1. We broadcast, move into office. We wait 0.9 seconds. And then we switch costume to F1, and then we say if, this is an if else, if mask up is 1, then we replace item 3 of animatronics with 08. We wait 0.5 seconds, so 0.5. We switch costume to 000. And then we set animatronic in room to 0. And then anything else, we need to set the volume to 0%. We switch costume to F1. And then we broadcast a Freddy jump scare. Alright, so I'm going to come back to this Freddy AI thing here. I'm just going to drag out this set block and set the just make it 20. So now it's playtest. So let's make it start a game. And once we load in, I'm going to set this Freddy AI variable to 20. Okay, interesting. He seems to be in the office. Okay, this is an interesting bug. Let's see if we can figure out why this is happening. Okay, so this is a silly mistake. So here, where we've got the wait 0.5 seconds thing here, let's just move that underneath this block, and then here with the set volume we need to put that in that else, and that should work. Okay, that seems to have worked. Let's check the cameras. It's Freddy, he shouldn't have moved. Let's set his AR to 20 so he starts moving. Interesting. That seemed a bit fast. Okay, so we also missed something in the Freddy AI part. At the bottom here, we needed to get a set block, and we need to reset his timer to zero, like that. Okay, I just solved the problem. So I accidentally put in a change block there. This is meant to be a set block. Now this should like work properly. Okay, let's see. So let's set Freddy AI to 20. Okay, he's in 07. There he is. Just chilling there. Now he's in 03. And now he's in hallway. Put the mask on, but I was too slow. Okay, so that's working. Okay, so let's move on to what's he called? Bonnie now. So we'll make a new sprite called Bonnie AI, and it's an empty costume again. And then it's a bit different with this because Bonnie kind of has vents and whatever. Anyway, so let's do, when I receive start game, we delete all of a new list for all sprites. It doesn't really matter, and I did not mean to call it B. Okay, just make a list called Bonnie Rooms, and then we can say at the start we delete all of Bonnie Rooms, and then here we add 08 to Bonnie Rooms, add 07 to Bonnie Rooms, add 01 to Bonnie Rooms, add hallway to Bonnie Rooms, add 05, and add office. Okay, so now let's get another when I save start game, and we can set a new variable called Bonnie timer for the sprite only. We set Bonnie timer to 0, and forever we wait 0.1 seconds, we change Bonnie timer by 0.1. And then we get another one I say start game, and we say forever wait until, and we get a greater than, Bonnie timer is greater than 4.9. Then we set a new variable. First we need Bonnie random for this sprite only. We set Bonnie random to pick random 1 to 20. Then we grab an if and an or here, and let's put a greater than in this side, and we say if Bonnie AI is greater than Bonnie random, and then in the right side we do equals, and we say if Bonnie AI is equal to Bonnie random, then we broadcast a new message called Bonnie move, and then we duplicate this again and broadcast animatronic move. And then at the bottom we need to set Bonnie timer to 0. Now down here, when I receive, Bonnie move, we wait 0.05 seconds, and an if else, and then we get an equals block, and then if item 4 of animatronics is 08, then we replace item 4 of animatronics with 07. Let's duplicate this again. If it's in 07, then we do an item 1 off block inside of this replace, and we grab a pick random, and we do 3 to 4 of Bonnie rooms. Let's duplicate this and remove the item of block, and if it's 01, we go to 05, and then here if it's 05, we go to the office, and then if it's hallway, we also go to the office. Okay, so that should do it for his AI. Let's do his jump scare. So we're creating a sprite, Bonnie jump scare. Let's upload the costumes. So FNAF 2 textures, jump scares, with Bonnie. Let's take all of these except the last 2. And let's delete this costume. Okay, so for him, let's just set his X to -22 and his Y to 0. And then at the start, when we hit the flag, he hides himself. And then when I receive a new message, Bonnie jump scare, we set the volume to 100%. We set the size to 150%. We go to office, we show the sprite, and if the camera is up, we close it. And then we broadcast camera animation close, and we need to use sound of X scream. So audio down here, X scream, and we start sound X scream. We switch costume to the first one, so 729, and then we repeat 13 times. Go to front layer, next costume, and go to office. And it seems like my internet is disconnected, which is why this is here, but that's fine. And then we need a broadcast death screen, and then we set the volume to 0%, and then we hide. Okay, let's set up the visuals now in the office. So we are going to need some costumes. We've got 3 to upload. So let's start uploading. So in here, we need to do the office nights and menu, the office. Let's do hallway first. So we have 2 to upload here. The first one is 599. And then the other one is 196. So this one here, 196 is B. This one is BFO because Foxy's in the background. And then there's one more with him inside. So we go inside and 199. And this one is just B1. Okay. So inside of the else here, we put an if else and we say if item 4 of animatronics is hallway, we start sound with _S2, we switch costume to 0, 0, 0. We wait until the key space is pressed, and then we start sound buzz light. We set the volume to 100. We switch costume to B, and then we need another wait until and a not. So wait until we're not touching the spacebar, and then we set the volume to 0, and we switch costume to 0, 0, 0. Then we need another if else inside of this else here, and we need an AND block. So we and 2 equals, and we get an item of block. So this one's item 4 of animatronics is hallway, and the other one is item 2 of animatronics is hallway, and item 2 is Foxy because they can appear in the same hallway. So let's set up that visual. So we do 0, 0, 0. We wait until most of this is the same actually. So let's just duplicate this part. Remove the first start sound here. Start sound buzz light. Instead of this, we switch costume to FO. BFO. And then that's all good. Okay, so in the else we need one more if, and then we say if item 4 of animatronics is office, we go to sounds and we start sound static end 2, we switch costume to B1, we set animatronic in room to 1, we broadcast move into office, we wait 0.9 seconds, and then we need an if else here underneath, and then we say if mask up is 1, then we wait 3 seconds, we switch costume to 0, 0, 0, we broadcast move into office, and then here we do replace item 4 of animatronics with 08, and then we set animatronic in room to 0, and then here in the else we switch costume to 0, 0, 0, we wait 3 seconds, and then we broadcast his jump scare, and that should be it. So let me go and hide these variables and try it out. So I'm going to get the set Bonnie AR variable here and set it to 20. Okay, so he's in here in 08 right there. So he's going to go to 07 once we set this to 20. So he's just moved. So he's in here. There he is there. Now he's going to go to a random room. So let's check 01. He could go to here. And it actually looks like he has. I think I can see him in the corner. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to go to 05, which is the vent. Yep, so he can either come from the front or the vent, and he's coming through the front. And he's in the office, put the mask on. It looks like we actually survived him. He's left. And he's gone back to 08. There. Okay, so that's working. So that was it for this episode. And it was a bit of a longer one because I haven't uploaded any episodes in a while. But next episode, I'm going to be doing the music box and the puppet. So, yeah.